So usually I'd be saying happy hump day, but it's Friday for a What's the Vibe. I've just pushed things out this week. So enjoy your end of the week treat. It is currently raining up here in the Northern Rivers. It is Mercury retrograde. It is the eclipse portal. The veil is thin. And before I get into the vibe this week, I do just want to acknowledge because I know I planted the seed last week and you guys are probably curious, but I did have my autism assessment yesterday and I will do a full episode on that. I don't know whether it's going to be the next episode. I need a bit to integrate, but yeah, your gal's autistic. So just gonna leave that there. And I appreciate the messages of like the check-ins and things. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But I will do a full episode on that at some point. But as I said, it might not be next week's. I just do know that there would be some of you wondering how that went. So on to things. It says the autistic psychic, which they are synonymous. Oh my God, I can't get into the autistic chat today. I really want to. It probably will be next week's episode, let's be real. But the vibe check is the veil is thin. The veil is so thin and it's so good. When I say the veil, I mean our connection to spirit, our connection to the cosmos, to energies that aren't seen by the naked eye, but by your third eye. Oh, she's seeing. This over the next week, your intuition is super, super, super duper heightened. Pay attention to the signs, the synchronicities, the random coincidental moments. This is a time that obviously we are in the very center of this eclipse portal. We've got our next eclipse in Virgo on Tuesday next week, late into the evening, if you're in Australia at least. And that's going to be eclipses are always a 2 week topping and tailing with a new moon and a full moon, or a full moon and a new moon. And so we are still in this 2 week eclipse portal, and we will be until probably the end of next week. Like this time next week, we're going to be out of eclipse energies, but an eclipse with a Mercury retrograde. So Mercury retrograde started 2 days ago. Mercury retrogrades are always 3 week portals. This is when Mercury looks like it's going backwards, it's retrograding. It's actually just slowing right down. So it appears to be going backwards. But what this does is it opens up a lot of, well, ideally, Mercury retrograde wants us to slow the F down. It wants us to take stock. Like it really wants us to slow. And an eclipse portal wants us to get out of the way. So if you marry those two together, it's very random that we've got, it's in a cool way, we've got a Mercury retrograde in an eclipse portal. It's basically saying slow down and get out of the way. Let life move for you over the coming days. Let life guide you to the conversations you need to have or not have, to the environments to put yourself in or not put yourself in. Discernment is always key. And we do have that Virgo eclipse hitting next week. And Virgo is the sign of discernment. So be really, really deliberate with where your energy goes, the people your energy goes, like online where your energy goes, what content you're consuming. Like this really is a very cool window of channel activation and receiving intel. And this isn't actively seeking out the intel, it's just creating the energetic capacity and space for the channel to find you or for your channel to be louder. I love giving readings. I've given 2 readings today. I love giving readings when energies like this are heightened because the veil is so thin that wisdom comes through much louder. Even for me as a practicing psychic, it's the loudest time for wisdom. And that's Mercury retrograde alone, let alone the additional eclipse energy we have this week. So it's a very psychic kind of a week. This is the week to pay attention to your dreams. They are likely really vivid. They are likely really symbolic. Who's showing up in your dreams? What are you feeling when you're in your dreams? What is the symbolism? This is the portal of symbolism right now. What songs keep popping up on your shuffle and do they have a message for you? Like these are the kind of things to feel into. Now, Mercury retrograde and eclipse portal energy is also notorious for like X energy emerging. That could be ex lovers, ex romantic interests, that could be ex friendships. So if they are taking up space in the dreamscape or even in your real world, that doesn't mean go and act on it, go and pursue it, go and do the thing. Just observe, notice what does that person represent for you and what is the wisdom that you're receiving through the dreamscape or even their actual reach out. It's not the time for you to act on anything. It's more the time to be the observer. Definitely journaling through this portal over the next week would be so great just to capture any head noise so that your channel can come through clearer. And Yeah, it actually doesn't feel too, I mean, for some of us, it will feel intense for sure, because so many of us are used to going, 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 working, 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 doing, doing, doing. And the energy right now is like, do not do those things. So it is a really nice weekend as you're stepping into the weekend to carve out space, to cancel plans, to take some time to meditate for sure. Even napping, like all of these things would really serve us in the lead up to that portal that closes next week. That's the vibe, my loves. I will be back in your ears on Monday.